Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick, it's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, hello there. Spurs coach Greg Popovich made the top 5 in all-time coaching wins last season. When asked about it, Pop said, "It's the most important thing in my life. My grandchildren can take a hike." I don't think he was being serious, guys.
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Murray and DeRozan in the backcourt together. And it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Pass to Warren. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. You know, Doris, there's a lot to like about T.J. Warren's game, especially on the offensive end.
You're right. He's resourceful. He's versatile. There's enough size there to challenge you on the interior. He's worked on that perimeter skill. Just one of the guys who naturally knows how to score.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Now remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple. A professional scorer.
Both free throws good from Warren. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Passes it to Aldridge. Shot clock at 5. Over Warren. It's hauled in by the Suns. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
And typically, the better they know each other, the more competitive they become. And expect this first meeting to be extremely spirited.
Now here's Gay. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Here's Jackson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. There's the pick. Clock at 6.
And Gay, a very capable defender, does a good job staying with whoever he's on.
Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
It is the truth, though. His vertical is a huge part of what makes him tough to defend at the basket. It's so interesting to me that if you look at the history of the Phoenix Suns, it was the Mike D'Antoni era where they set the trend towards up-tempo run-and-gun basketball and emphasizing the three. Remember the great Steve Nash at the helm. They were an offensive juggernaut at that time, guys.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Suns from 2004 to 2010, a team that easily could have won it all.
No doubt, Kevin, the fine line between winning and losing. 3 trips to the Western Conference Finals, and if not for a few bad bounces and untimely suspensions, who knows what we'd be talking about.
Both free throws good from Warren.
You know, one of my favorite things about T.J. Warren is how much he believes in his ability to score the basketball. He doesn't back down from anyone.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Well, you look at Bellinelli, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Kicks to Ayton. The fadeaway. Phoenix no good that time either.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
From the top of the key. The shot missing. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
Murray outside. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Murray kicks to Bellinelli. Here's DeRozan. Drains it from beyond the arc. DeRozan's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
It's not easy trying to stay attached to DeMar DeRozan. This guy's elusive, he's slippery, and he's great at making shots over the defense.
Now here's Ayton. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. That shot missing. Nice D from DeRozan. And here we go. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Jackson. Outside Warren. Jackson setting the pick here for Warren. No problems knocking that one down. Warren's got 9.
And this is where it can get a little personal.
You gotta love seeing this, though, right? Your turn, my turn. They're going at each other.
And Bellinelli kicks to Murray. Good-looking screen by Gasol. The feed to Gay. Makes it off the glass.
And it takes an army to stop Gay when he's that deep. Love watching him finish over the contested arms of the D.
Now, here's Warren. 17 points in his last outing. It's stolen by DeRozan. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. DeRozan against Jackson. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Boy, what a thing of beauty by DeMar DeRozan. His eyes are up. He locates his teammate. Just so pretty, Kevin.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here's Ayton. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Ayton. The Suns coach Igor Kokoshkov has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoshkov, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
Here's Bellinelli. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Gay dishes to Murray. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Okobo, he's covered by Murray. Back to Warren. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Warren's got 11 points.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Murray, the pass to Bellinelli. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Bellinelli kicks to Murray. Back to Bellinelli. Clock at 4. To end the run. He can't get it to go. And Phoenix the other way now. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
You know, that's what he wants more of. Up until now, the accuracy just hadn't been there.
Now here's DeRozan. A 23-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Warren. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. To the paint. And it's Warren with the jam.
Well, I love that T.J. Warren is staying aggressive on the offensive end. Be in attack mode.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, of course, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
The Spurs making a switch here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gasol. Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. Walker's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Using the screen. Booker again, Phoenix.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs trail by 8. And Mills kicks to Poeltl. And there's the pass to Mills. San Antonio again missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pass to Ariza. Holmes, that's a screen. Ariza goes in. Pass to Holmes. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Walker, and Walker throws it down.
Well, that fast break set in motion by the defensive steal by DeMar DeRozan. You talk about good defense leading to instant offense. That's it.
Daniels kicks to Warren.
To me, DeMar DeRozan had a special year last year. And the reason I say that is he changed his game. We knew he was a great scorer. But what he did was expand his three-point shooting capability, and he became much more of a facilitator. There's a ton to love about DeMar DeRozan.
That free throw missing. Doris with DeRozan and his improved passing. You could see it in his play.
Well, I think DeMar DeRozan recognized that in today's NBA, you've got to have more than 1 or 2 offensive threats. So give this guy credit for working on his playmaking ability.
He hits the second from the line. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Now, here's Holmes. Defense right on him. Fades and shoots. And the shot by Warren, no good.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Daniels. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Holmes. There's the three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
Three shots.
And he hits the first of three. The Suns making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
And he nails the third. Spurs trail by 4. Outside, Walker. Nice D from Chandler. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Suns have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Doors are seeing a lot of movement on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of screening, a lot of movement, obviously, without the ball. Does that require more awareness, not only on the offensive side to make those moves, but also defensively?
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. One of the most important things you can do if you're an excellent defensive team is you start with communication. So as that action starts, the movement and the screening, are the teammates talking? Screen coming right, screen coming left. Do we want to trap the screen? Do we want to make sure the ball gets out of a certain player's hands? Communication in this day and age against motion offenses has got to be at the top of the list defensively.
Well said. For the Suns, certainly a lot of chemistry questions, from coaching changes to unhappy players wanting out. Doris, how do they turn it around?
Well, you know this, Kevin. Organizations that win have great ownership and then great front office personnel. But the bottom line is it's about collecting great individual talent in the NBA, because this is a players' league, Kevin.
That free throw good from Holmes.
Man, they are just living at the line.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time. And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And a wide open look for Walker, and he's good on the three ball. Walker's got 10.
From the opening tip, he's been active and working for good looks. He's been pretty accurate.
And here's Booker from the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
The Suns leading. Chandler is screened. Booker inside. DeRozan with the rebound.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot. Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Booker outside. Chandler is screened. Here's the screen. Again, the miss by Booker.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Bertans kicks to Walker. The pass to Mills. Pirtle dishes to DeRozan. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time. But with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that the clock expired just before the release.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Suns lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Devin Booker talks about the great intangibles of his young teammate Josh Jackson.
Plays super hard. He does everything out there. His instincts are incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Just defensively and offensively, just knows where to be at the right time, gets his hands on a lot of loose balls.
A nice swing pairing for sure. Booker providing offense and Greg Jackson known for his defense.
And a young team hungry for improvement. Kevin, they're both looking to be a big part of that.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
I'll tell you, when you take care of the backboards, good things seem to happen.
Well, I think it's been a priority to hit the glass, no doubt, and using their length and athleticism to perfection on the boards.
Chandler out there with Holmes. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter.
A rangy 6'8", Ariza finishing with force.
Pirtle with the ball. Chandler on him. And Mills kicks to Pirtle. 6 to shoot. There's Walker with the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Holmes got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Using the screen. Booker, that one good for 2. And now a 3-point Phoenix lead.
Just silky smooth coming off the screen. Booker gains separation and is absolutely dead-eye.
They set the pick. Mills with it, working on Booker. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Walker, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Walker's got 12 points in the game.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire. Ariza
kicks to Daniels. Booker outside. And the three off target. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, the defense really has very little to do with it.
Daniels passes to Holmes, and Holmes throws it down. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Walker. Over to the wing. Here's Bertans. Ariza covering. Bertans kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Walker. They set the pick. The three from Bertans. Phoenix grabs the miss. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Greg. Situations like that you hope build character. But they need to knock down the free throws, bottom line.
Good on the triple.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Holmes, that's a screen. Here's Ariza. That one doesn't drop.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Pirtle dishes to Mills. He kicks it to Aldridge. Here's Bertans for three. That one misses. Good D by Ariza. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Devin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Gay comes in for Davis Bertans. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Walker. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. To the middle, using the screen, Gasol used that pick to get in close. Gasol's got the game tied up here for San Antonio.
And the stick-with-it attitude of Gasol, just overwhelming the defense with his length.
Ayton, the pass to Warren. From beyond the arc, good. A nice assist from Booker. And that's 17 points for T.J. Warren. Spurs trail by 3. Murray right side. The kick out to Aldridge. Passes it to Gasol. Over Ayton. That misses off the backboard.
That's a difficult shot, and if he could do it again, I think he definitely would pass it off there.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Gay misses.
Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
To the inside.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Murray kicks to Bellinelli. Gasol, a screen on Booker. Bellinelli. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time.
Pass to Murray. Outside Gasol. And Bellinelli kicks to Aldridge. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good by Gay.
Gotta admire the fast release of Gay. Once he has the ball in his hands, he's looking to shoot.
They set the screen. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jackson setting the pick here for Warren. 5 on the clock. Ayton wide open. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And here is Murray. Aldridge a screen. Now here's Bellinelli. Here's Gasol. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
The first one falls. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
The Suns front office have said it's time to raise the bar. Doris, the rebuild can go on only so long. They don't want a losing mentality to set in.
Well, we've heard this before, Kevin, right? The open letter to fans in 2016 promising to turn it around. But in the end, it's not about words. It's about wins.
They set the screen. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Feeds it to DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Warren. Hits the jump hook. Warren's got 19 points.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Murray, the pass to Gay. Kicks it to Bellinelli. Outside Gasol. Gasol, a screen on Warren. Here's Gay. And the shot is long. Suns leading by 4. And oh, here we go. Warren's got it. The fast break chance. The feed to Gasol. It's blocked.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Jackson against DeRozan. Over Jackson.
Well, this is one area of strength for Josh Jackson. He is a strong, versatile defender who understands how to affect shooters.
They get it back. He can't get that one. Good D by Gasol. Spurs trail by 4. Gay passes to DeRozan. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
Okobo, he's covered by Murray. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And so here's Phoenix.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
And Gasol sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And stolen by Murray. Inside, DeRozan. He goes up again. It's tipped.
Boy, T.J. Warren showing some activity on the defensive end. Great timing on that block.
San Antonio trailing here. To the inside. Here's DeRozan. And Jackson with the block.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Warren gets to Ayton. For three. Booker. And he's good on the three ball. Booker's got 13.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for is his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. Great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, Kevin, to me, one of the real pleasurable aspects of watching DeMar DeRozan work, this guy's footwork is something he's developed, and it's on point.
And the Suns making a change here. Ariza's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Pirtle, he is checked in for Pau Gasol. So he gets them both.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
Back to Booker. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
The Spurs shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And so he hits both. 1:22 left in the first half. Outside Warren. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
Kev, how about the lightning quick release? It makes Booker really hard to contest and catch and shoot.
There's the screen. And the pass to Bellinelli. Gay outside. Pass to DeRozan. And he converts the layup. DeRozan's got 13.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Pass to Ayton. Warren on the wing. Bellinelli is covering. And the shot by Warren, no good. Spurs trail by 4. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good from Gay. Phoenix has gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Booker against Bellinelli. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Marco Bellinelli picks one up.
Yeah, and this is really what you love about Devin Booker. He gets to the free throw line at a high rate and hits a high percentage.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Here's DeRozan. The good-looking shot from the wing. He's got 15.
Well, this is the point where you say, uh-oh, DeMar DeRozan is going to start to get rolling. This guy can impose his will.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Tyson. Looks like two different teams after the loss. What's the difference?
Well, we just can't allow them to stay around close. You know, last night we had a letdown. Tonight we got to do a better job of getting down, staying our ground, playing defense, and taking advantage of this game.
Tyson, thanks a lot for your time. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points and 1 assist. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action and getting to the foul line. They aren't just pulling up for uncontested shots. They're making the defense react to them. In transition, on the dribble, and with those quick cuts, they're in attack mode. That's dangerous. To beat them, you need to force them to play more defensively.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. If they can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Gay is the 3 with Aldridge at the 4. Murray and DeRozan in the backcourt together. And it's Gasol at the 5 spot. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And it's DeRozan missing. Here's Ayton. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Ayton's got the first field goal of the second half for the Suns. Outside Gasol. Gay against Jackson. Here's Aldridge. Over Warren. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ayton, the pass to Warren. And it's sent back by Aldridge. On the wing, DeRozan. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. DeRozan's got 17 now.
Boy, firing the jumper as soon as he receives the pass. DeRozan doesn't give the defender any time to react.
They set the pick. Okobo, he's covered by Murray. Okobo, the shot will not fall. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
Get Rudy on the wing.
Jackson against Gay. Back to Murray. 5 on the clock. Aldridge a screen. Shot on the wing. Goes back up. Gasol trying to free himself up. And that one's good by Aldridge.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Jackson a screen on DeRozan. The drive by Booker.
Well, he can do this now. Booker is not just a spot-up shooter. Very good with the ball in his hands.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Tries from 7.
And throughout his career, Gasol has continued to build upon his reputation as a lockdown defender. He gives his all on that end of the floor.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Booker. And that's now 11 points for DeAndre Ayton. Murray outside. He kicks it to Aldridge.
Fourth foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
Murray with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Gay passes to Aldridge. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Booker. Sinks that one from the post. And it's a 3-point Suns lead.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
And you know, DeAndre Ayton, all that height around him. He goes 7 feet, 250 with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside.
Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
They set the pick. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Stolen by Warren. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries. You know, Greg, what amazes me about Ayton, the skill level for someone his size.
I mean, he can put the ball on the floor, really improving as a facilitator. You look at Embiid, you look at Big Cat, Ayton gives you a lot of those similar traits.
Aldridge dishes to Murray. Clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Gasol with the steal. Outside DeRozan. Dishes it to Aldridge. Gay with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. Suns leading by 8. Pass to Warren. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Booker. Spurs also with the sub. Mills, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Gay against Jackson. Takes the 13-footer. And Jackson with the block.
Well, how about the defensive instincts of Josh Jackson? Boy, the length and athleticism, send it back, sir.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Phoenix. Bertanis, he's checked in for San Antonio. Back to Jackson, to the inside. Ayton, there's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Ayton's got 9 points now in just the second half. San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, you can't let this kind of run continue. Really need to go back to the basics.
No, exactly. I think it's impossible to let this momentum continue. Let's see what they can come up with in the timeout.
Pirtle, he is checked in for San Antonio.
And here's the stat sheet on DeMar DeRozan. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 23 points a game last year, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Aldridge, the pass to DeRozan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
So a moment now to see the story on LaMarcus Aldridge. He's coming off an excellent season, 9th in scoring, 17th in rebounding, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. That one is off, and the Suns making a change here. Holmes checked in. And he sinks the second. And here's Phoenix. They're on a 13-5 run. They set the pick. In the corner, Daniels. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Now the pass to Bertans. Aldridge a screen. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Ayton. A rebound by the Spurs. Bertans got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Mills, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Down low. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Suns lead by 14.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league as really just a raw athlete, it's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for 8. And San Antonio also making a switch. Bellinelli's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Suns on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. At the elbow, Chandler. Ariza outside. Holmes, that's a screen. Ariza with the bucket.
And give him credit. Ariza wasn't a shooter coming out of UCLA. He is now.
Here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Holmes, that's a screen. Okobo, another 3 for Phoenix.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And Mills kicks to Bertans. Pass to Mills. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Passes it to Ariza. Chandler with the screen on DeRozan. Ariza goes in, and DeRozan sends it back.
Well, DeMar DeRozan, really strong effort on the defensive end, pays off by sending that opportunity back.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Ariza outside. It's stolen by DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Getting points on the go is one of the things that drives DeMar DeRozan's game. He's never going to miss an opportunity to get out and run.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
The Spurs making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Spurs.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Holmes gets to Ariza. Chandler with a screen for Ariza. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least two passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. Spurs trail by 12. Mills passes to Bertans. Jacks up a three. Ariza with the rebound.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Bertans grabs the board. For San Antonio, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Mills. Both good from the line that time. Suns leading by 10. Kicks it to Daniels. Okobo covered by Mills. Okobo, and it's blocked. Outside, Walker. The tray. Mills can't hit.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. You almost never get that wide open a look.
Pass to Bertans. Outside, Walker. Bertans kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Bertans. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Berton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Ariza outside. Here's the teardrop. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 9.
Well, there's the king of the putbacks, right? Chandler devastating on the offensive glass.
Here's Ariza. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Ariza's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Berton's shot is good.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Holmes, that's a screen. The pass to Daniels. Kicks it out to Ariza. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists now in this one.
And three-pointers constituting the majority of Ariza's shot attempts in recent years. He won't hesitate.
There's an assist, the pass to Mills. No good with the wing jumper.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Pass to Bertans. Mills with it. 11 points in the game. Floats one. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Chandler. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mills with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Walker leading the charge. Such a wide open look. Walker's got 14 points for the game. Okobo covered by Mills. Holmes, that's a screen. Okobo, again Phoenix.
Yeah, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rock.
Got the shot! He
Just
caught it!
no better feeling.
Right on the money.
Gracious. Free points at the buzzer.
An absolute miracle that one went in. A circus shot to end the quarter.
And so it's Phoenix. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Booker and Ariza filling out the wings. Richaun Holmes out there with Chandler. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Booker against Walker. The 17-footer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Spurs trail by 11. Here's Mills. No good with the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for Trevor Ariza.
Such an accurate shooter off the pass. Ariza, a quick thinker who knows he can score in those situations.
I'll tell you, that play was not as easy as he made it look. A moving target. It has to be perfectly placed. Really pretty.
Holmes, that's a screen. For 3, Booker, rejected by Walker.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since. Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Booker against Walker. Holmes, that's a screen. Here's Booker. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Booker's got 25 points in the game.
You love it when guys play bigger than you think they are. Booker proving that he's not just a threat from the outside.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. It's hauled in by the Suns. Chandler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Okobo covered by Mills. Chandler right side. 6 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Warren's checked in for the Suns. Pau Gasol is checked in for the Spurs. Murray comes in for Patty Mills. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. So for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Chandler. And it's Jackson in for Trevor Ariza. The Spurs also with the sub. Aldridge is checked in. And it's the Suns with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And stolen by Murray. In transition, here come the Spurs. Up the floor, stolen by Jackson. Warren, that's for 2. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 23 points in the game. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge with a screen on Jackson. Aldridge a screen. Bellinelli with the 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
A high-volume scorer with terrific instincts. Booker can torture a defense when he gets rolling.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
You know, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Spurs trail by 16. Aldridge a screen. Murray kicks to Bellinelli. Passes it to Aldridge. Right side Gasol. Murray for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Outside Warren. Pass to Booker. Now here's Ayton. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. And Booker is good for 3. Booker's got 30.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Murray outside. Aldridge with a screen on Booker. Feeds to Gay. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Yeah, and I just like the show of force there from Gay. Not settling for the simple layup, but showing his dominance, trying to intimidate with that slam.
Okobo, he's covered by Murray. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Suns lead by 19.
He's been heating it up since the break, getting some excellent looks right now.
Gay outside. The pass to Gasol. Aldridge inside. He's covered by Warren. Phoenix leading by 19 points. Here's Ayton. Okobo. He's covered by Murray. Kicks it to Jackson. Out left to the wing. From the corner. That one no good. Murray with the defensive effort. To the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Pushing it up. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Gay left side. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Bellinelli. Here's Booker. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
The Suns on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. Outside Jackson. Okobo. He's covered by Murray. 6 to shoot. Jackson setting the pick here for Warren. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Okobo. He's covered by Murray. Okobo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the claw. The claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the 4th quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And stolen by Booker. Fast break, here come the Suns. Jackson's got the ball. Took him no time at all on that one.
When you think about an ideal transition player, Josh Jackson pops into your mind. How about that? Woo!
Gay sets the pick for Murray. Gasol a screen. Aldridge with it. Now defended by Warren. Pass to Murray. 5 to shoot to stop the drought. The wide open look here for Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Outside Warren. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the 4th, strictly from the perimeter.
Well, they've got the green light to pull the trigger from 3, and I'll tell you, they've put it to good use here.
Rejected by Booker.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul. And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
Two shots.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. And Greg, if you know anything about Devin Booker, so dedicated to his craft. What's next for him, you think, in taking his game to the next level?
No doubt. I think it starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's one of the league's best at scoring the basketball, but defensively, I think that's going to be the challenge if he wants to become truly an elite player.
And he can't hit the second.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, The players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
He's off on the first. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Spurs. He hits the second from the line. And the All-Star game last season, Doris, no more East versus West format. Do you think when it's all said and done, the league will get rid of conference basketball altogether?
This is a challenging question for me because the WNBA went to seeding teams from 1 through 16, and it didn't matter whether you were West or East. And it has led to the most competitive era in a much-needed WNBA growth period. But the reality is, Kevin, I am very much a traditionalist. And the rivalries in both the Eastern and Western conferences historically have been phenomenal. Whether it was Jordan playing Detroit and having to overcome them, or Boston and Detroit, or the Lakers versus Sacramento briefly when Chris Webber's teams couldn't get over the hump. So this is a hard question for me. I'm not sure which side of the fence I fall on.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Cannon kicks to Chandler. Passes it to Ariza. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. A 3-ball. It doesn't go for him. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Down low, DeRozan. That shot, no good. Good D by Ariza. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced two-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, do you think?
I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a two-way player in Quinn Cook, who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Chandler, no good.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
Well, you know, that's okay, I think. Even though they missed, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Suns.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
DeRozan, that's good.
Well, we know this about DeMar DeRozan. The mid-range has always been a special part of his game, and boy, you do not want to let him start to cook from there.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Chandler a screen. Daniels goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Outside DeRozan. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.